Seon Yu literally means Zen play. And in either 1980 or 81, Zen Master Dae returned to the United States from a teaching trip around Europe. And he said, nowadays, the world is beginning to change faster and faster. So very important we be able to cut off our opposites thinking and become clear. Then we can function in this world that actually, in a way that actually helps all beings. Long time ago, human consciousness and human society was more simple. So somebody could get a big question, go to the mountains, keep a don't know mind, cut off their opposite thinking, and get enlightenment and get compassion and wisdom. But nowadays, and he was talking at this time 40 years ago, human consciousness is more complicated. Also, human society is very complicated. So simply have a big question and sit and cut off our thinking is not so easy. When Seong Sni went to China, he visited the cave where Bodhidharma practiced. We went there, very small cave above Shaolin Temple. And we asked him, what did he do? Sitting in this cave. And Kun Snim said, I think this is a slow breathe in, slow breathe out practice. Also, not attached to anything that appeared in his mind. So, one of the foundations of Zen practice, of course, is big question, don't know, only keep it don't know. But this breathing, awareness of our breathing can really help. Also, Buddha taught techniques of meditation that involved awareness of our breathing, paying attention to our breath. So, how do we do that in the way that we teach? When we're inside our mothers, everything's coming and going from here, this center in our body. Everybody understands that. And so this is our body's original energy center. We grow from this inside our mother. And then when we come out, our body energy center moves here. Everybody. So you know how when you see babies, at some point they'll be able to grab things and they just stick it in their mouth. They never check what it is. Then around 1 or 2 years old, the energy center moves up here. Opposite thinking, me and you, like and dislike, I want, I don't want, good, bad, can, can't, and soon many, many problems appear. So one aspect of meditation with awareness of breath is bringing your energy center back down. If your energy center, if something's energy center is high, very easy to knock over, very difficult to come back up. But if the energy center is low, then even if something knocks you over, it's not so difficult to come back up. Maybe everybody saw these dolls. They have sand in the bottom, and when I was a kid, we had one, rubber. It was about 1 meter high. And you could punch it, little kid, you could punch it and it would go over. But because its energy center was very low, it would come back up. So in the same way, if we keep our energy here, very emotional, or here, many, many opinions and thinking, then very difficult when situations that go against our emotion or opinion knock us, very difficult to come up again. So one way to make your center stronger is when you're sitting, when you breathe in, you imagine the air goes all the way down to your lower belly. We say 2 centimeters, 1 inch below your navel. Koreans call that tunjan, Chinese dantian. That's our body's original energy center. Relax your belly, let your belly come out when you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, a little bit pull your belly in as you're aware of the air coming out. Your attention stays in your lower belly. So exactly how to do that breathing we'll get to in a little bit. Any energy has a cycle. So this universe has some energy cycle. Then each human being has some energy cycle. If you have lots and lots of thinking, then your energy cycle and this universe's energy cycle don't match up so well. Then if the universe is changing, very difficult for you to change together with this universe. So, of course, the universe and the human body as we get older is changing. But many people have a very difficult time just following the natural changing of their body getting older and dying because of many thinking. So that universal energy and your energy not connect. But if you slow breathe in, slow breathe out, then your energy and the universe's energy can become one. Then universe is changing, you changing together with the universe. That also means society changing. That's also sometimes from universal energy. Then things changing. Nowadays, a woman power going up, man power going down. If you hold some idea, then many suffering, you get suffering, you make suffering. But if you just go together with it, your energies become one. No problem. Very smooth. So Koreans say this universe has a daegi, great energy. Air or space, kongi, which is like empty energy or space energy. Everybody's body has a wangi, my body's original energy. If you slowly breathe in, slow breathe out, you practice this a lot, not attached to your thinking, then your thinking energy, emotional energy comes down to your center. Then this daegi, big universal energy, air or space energy, kongi, and your body's original energy, wangi, become one energy. We say hapki. Then the you and this universe, you changing together. Then not so much suffering, also not making suffering for others. So natural way. Also, human beings can go about 40 days or so, even longer if you have the right attitude, without eating. We can live for about 5 days without liquid, but even 5 minutes without air and we die. So this body's number one energy connection to this world is air. So breathing in, breathing out, bring your energy down, then you're getting energy from this universe. Okay? Also, this is slow breathe in, slow breathe out. If we're breathing in and out very quickly, our heart's very busy, our body's very busy, even the little cells are very busy. If you're very busy, cannot throw out the garbage. Every day our bodies make many garbage, even the cells make garbage. Then if you're very busy, cannot throw it out. But slow breathe in, slow breathe out. Then this is a breathing practice that cleans your cells, cleans your blood, cleans your body, your emotions, and your mind. So very, very valuable practice. If you keep your energy here, many thinking, many desires, many suffering. If you keep your energy here, too much emotion. When you have too much emotion, this emotion comes from opposites thinking. I like, I don't like. This person's good, this person's bad. Life, death. Any kind of opposite thinking makes emotion, makes lots of emotion. So if you keep your energy here, too much thinking and desire. If you keep your energy here, too much emotion. Then this opposite thinking, not based on truth, becomes even stronger. But if you bring your energy down here, then you can digest your thinking, your opinions, you can digest your emotions, you can digest the situation. Then wisdom appears. So we say this is thinking center, emotion center. This is do it center. In Zen, we call it Dono center, also intuition, perception center. So one more value in bringing our energy down, in being aware of our breathing in, breathing out. Human beings tend to breathe 16 or 20 times a minute. When we get very nervous or upset, even more quickly. But if you make your breath more slow, 6 times a minute, 4 times a minute, 3 times a minute, then body is resting, mind is resting, everything's becoming clean. And eventually, if you don't hold any opinions, your mind's clear. Like a mirror, you can reflect. The sky's blue, tree's green, dog goes woof woof, sugar sweet. You can see other people's minds reflected in your mind. Then you can get wisdom. How help? Just how help? Already you take away many desire minds. So this mind of just how can I help others appears. This is fundamental in the direction of Buddhist practice and fundamental in the effects of correct meditation. So a real foundation of that is awareness of breath. So that's one thing that we're going to work on today. Your center and the universe become one, then the universal energy coming in. Then you function together with the universe. Then that's helping all beings. So any of these teachings, if you're talking with others, you want to teach them this breathing practice, you can decide any of these teachings can be helpful. What can the other person receive? Once there was a student from New York, and he went to see Zen Master Sung-san and said, my father has a problem. Then the Zen Master said, what kind of problem? He said, my father's always saying, President Kennedy's no good, President Nixon's no good, and this is and this. And I talked to him, no, you don't understand, that's not correct. And then after some time, I'm not so interested in politics. I took some LSD, and then I told my father, oh, you don't understand this world, the way we see it, it's just one way, there's many ways possible. And my father doesn't like that. And now I realize, oh, Zen is correct. Make your mind clear and help all beings. And my father tells me that Zen is no good. So my father has a problem. Then Sung-san said, your father doesn't have a problem. You have a problem. Then what kind of problem? You're attached to Zen. You don't understand correct Zen. Well, what do you mean? Correct Zen means correct relationship. So you are son, he is your father. So anytime you visit, you must bring your father some present he likes, something, cigars, or some nice alcohol, or your mother likes something, you bring her some present, and then they like you. Only, and when your father talks about this president no good, this president no good, you must say, before I didn't understand, but now I understand, you're correct. If you were president, our country, no problem. Then your father believes in you. Then one day when he asks you about Zen, then you teach him. So this actually happened after about a year. This guy tried to really follow Sansanim's instruction. Then finally one day the father said, you still go to that Zen center? Yeah. What's Zen? Then Sansanim told him, that time only teach him slow breathe in, slow breathe out. Then your father try that. Very good feeling, you don't attach to any thinking, your center and the universe become one. Then this student said, well, what about, understand my true self, safe opening, later, slow. Okay. So anytime anybody not interested in Buddhism, there's no problem. Already teaching people to be aware of your breath, let your energy come down, breathe in, relax, exhale, long exhale will help their body, help their life. So already, and they get a good feeling, already is some connect, and you're helping them. So those are the various theoretical teachings. Also, human being's body has two kinds of nervous systems. I think the technical term is sympathetic and parasympathetic, but we can say simply automatic system and voluntary. Automatic is like your heartbeat, your blood circulation, and many of the chemical activities. And voluntary is like moving your arm and deciding to go for a walk and things like that. Then this voluntary system actually includes thinking, but because we haven't trained ourselves, we have no control over our thinking. It's just a habit. So when you make stress through your thinking, then this voluntary system presses the automatic system, then the automatic system doesn't work so well. Then heart attacks, cancer, everything appears. So by doing this a breathing practice, you can relax this voluntary system. Then the voluntary system's not pressing this automatic system. The automatic system can function well, smoothly on its own. So that's also a great value of a breathing practice. Then one more thing. If, I said that people usually breathe in, breathe out, 15, 16, 20 times a minute. But if you practice, you can train your body to relax, relax, relax. So breathing in, sometimes 2 times a minute, 1 time a minute. If you practice every day, slow breathe in, slow breathe out. 40 seconds breathing in, 20 seconds breathing in, 40 seconds breathing out. If you can do that comfortably every minute, anybody can do it 1 time, 2 times, but if you train yourself after some time, you can do it very comfortably. Every minute, just 1 breath. 20 seconds breathing in, 40 seconds breathing out. If you do that every day for 1 hour, each minute, just 1 breath, 1 hour a day, then you can live to 120 years. If you try that every day, 2 hours, just 1 breath with each moment, 1 breath, 20 seconds breathing in, 40 seconds breathing out, for 2 hours every day, you can live 240 years. If you go to the mountain and stay in a very clean place and just drink water and very simple food, and every day, 10 hours, slow breathe in, slow breathe out. Every minute, 1 breath, 10 hours a day, you can live 700 or 800 years. But of course, you still die. And that's not Buddhism, but you can make your life much longer if you do this practice. Then Sungsan Snim said, I remember he said, if you're under 30, you can do that. That time I was 35, so I said, well, sir, what if you're over 30? He said, don't check. So, just try. One wonderful thing is, from the moment we're born till the moment we die, we breathe. We breathe in, we breathe out. So you can always use your breath as a kind of tool to, in meditation, to return your attention back to this present moment. When you do meditation, you can experience for yourself how you don't have a lot of control over your attention. You made some habits and it just flies there. But you can very patiently train yourself so your attention doesn't just fly around, and you can put it someplace and keep it there in the present moment, and that benefits everything in your life. Actually, Buddha taught all joy appears in the present moment. So when you can return your attention to the present, then it's possible to find a joy that's independent of circumstances. So this is really fundamental to spiritual practice, to the Buddhist spiritual practice, to meditation, to becoming clear. And even if you have no interest in those things, in anything spiritual, it just helps you return to the present moment, which is where your life is actually happening. And if you become clear in the present, you will behave and speak and think and feel in ways that actually are increasingly skillful and benefit yourself and others, instead of thinking and behaving and doing things that become harmful for yourself and for others. So that's the theoretical talking of Seon Yu.